They just shoved it right up their without lube. We are here today in Delft because people wanted to see Delft, and I will do a walking rant through Delft. And today we're going to talk about the new sanction or anti-sanction law from China. And this is your favorite half Chinese. I'm not sure if people have heard about it. I will try to show as much of the city as possible. I do not have my regular cam with me because I forgot it, because I'm just stupid. But we're going to try it with my DJI Nano. Let me know what you think of this quality. Anyway, we are here at a church, really big one. But the anti-China or the anti-sanction law, that is what we're going to talk about. Actually, that law already existed since June 2021. But it was not enacted or was not enforced. Now, since the 2nd of May, 2026, it is going to be enforced. And what that means is it's going to have a lot of implications, and it's basically going to destroy all the sanctions of the United States. And it's going to set a new precedent for the rest of the world to do the same. Because the United States is sanctioning like one third of the world at least, right? About 30%, that's almost a third, right? And it gotta stop, and especially the sanctioning more and more on China. So China is having enough. They crafted that law and made that law in June 2021, and but they just put it there, and maybe they thought, well, maybe they will change a little bit, but yeah, obviously they didn't. I hope you can see this church behind me. It's a really big one that is standing like this. So let me just show you all, or let you all know, and show you Delft at the same time. Look how beautiful. It's beautiful, isn't it? What this law is actually about. Let me just sit down here at the water together with you all. Luckily I had this camera with me, so we can sit at the water. And then later we will do a little walk, all right? But first, we're going to finish this business right here. So, the core provisions of the anti-foreign sanction law of the People's Republic of China include countermeasures list, judicial relief and coordination mechanisms, and the law has a total of 16 articles which mainly cover the following. Scope of the countermeasures: the relevant departments of the State Council may take a variety of countermeasures against individuals or organizations that impose discriminatory restrictive measures, including a. the non-issuance of visas, the denial of entry, the cancellation of visas, or the expulsion of the country, seizure and freezing of movable real and other property, like bank deposits, securities, equity, intellectual property, etc. In the territory of the state, prohibit or restricted the organization, individuals in our territory, their trade and other fields of education, science and technology, economy and trade, culture and other fields of trade and cooperation. Other necessary measures such as banning investment in China, restriction in the flow of data, and cancelling work permits. So that could be quite quite hard. It also means that a lot of Western and also a lot of American companies should start to not abide by US sanctions. It essentially is telling people, you either going to have to choose whether you want to do business with us or with the United States. If you are going to abide by the sanctions, we will not allow you to do business with any of us anymore. And it also goes for Chinese companies, I believe, they are not allowed to abide by US sanctions. Even if they want to, they're not allowed to. They must, because it's going against the country. Like, for example, I think that a company that says, no, I'm not going to use Xinjiang cotton anymore because of the sanctions, or I'm not going to hire Uyghurs anymore because I'm being, I'm afraid for those being sanctioned, or have to prove that I'm not using forced labor, right? Because that is what they do when Uyghurs are working. Very weird thing, the way of thinking, how Western people think. They think that Uyghurs need to be forced to work, otherwise they will not work, right? Because if there's a Uyghur working in a company, they always come with that it is forced labor. It's kind of discriminatory and very racist, right? But they will also be dealt with, right? And when it comes to visa, just imagine if you're a CEO of, let's say, Zara, and you have in China, your working permit and visa is going to be gone, right? Mind you, Zara back in the days also signed a letter against that, to enact that forced labor thing that is going on continuously about Xinjiang cotton. So as I believe also Nike and many others. I have to look up which companies it was actually. So the counterlisting systems, individuals and organizations directly or indirectly involved in the formulation, decision-making and implementation of discriminatory measures may be included in the countermeasures list. Their spouses, immediate family members, senior managers and organizations under their actual control may also be accompanied by countermeasures. Enforcement and legal responsibilities, organizations and individuals within our country must implement countermeasures and must not assist foreign countries in implementing discriminatory restrictions. Violators will be dealt with in accordance with the law and restrict them from engaging in government procurement, import and export, trade and cross-border data. So as you can see, this is exactly what I said to you before. The judicial relief mechanism, no organization or individual may implement discriminatory measures against Chinese citizens or organizations by foreign countries. Otherwise, the aggrieved party may file a lawsuit with the court in accordance with the law, demand to stop the infringement and compensate for the losses. Now you see, this is actually why I think that if you are a Chinese company, for example, and you think like, oh yeah, I'm not going to hire the Uyghurs because I'm going to be afraid to be accused of forced labor, or I'm not going to buy their cotton because of the sanctions or whatever, you're going to have huge problems in China, right? And it's going to be very hard for companies, because companies are and individuals are going to have to make a choice now. So do I still want to deal with the United States and not with China, or do I want to deal with China and but not with the United States? Or the United States must say, yeah, we see too many people are going to China now, we're losing everybody, we're going to lift the sanctions, right? Dynamic adjustment mechanism, the relevant departments of the State Council can suspend, change or cancel countermeasures according to the actual situation and timely release and update relevant information through the official website. Well, coordination mechanism, the state established a coordination mechanism for anti-foreign sanctions led by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and multi-sectoral coordination to ensure information sharing and efficient implementation. In other words, the United States is going to be screwed royally. They're going to they just shoved it right up their without lube. No, not even a little bit of spit. They just shoved it right in there. And I think rightfully so, because the United States is continuously placing sanctions on other nations and especially on China. And it's got to stop at a certain point. And China already showed that it is willing and capable to do so by creating this law in 2021. But the United States is a very bad learner, and now it's going to feel the pain. Because what will you do if you are having your company in both sides, right? I mean, you are producing something in China and you are also selling it in the United States. It's going to be really, really, really difficult if something that you are using or whatever, what is going on with your company, parts are being sanctioned and you try to avoid it by abiding by those sanctions. You're now going to have a huge, huge problem. And just think of companies like Nike or all the other Western companies, Adidas, etc., or even Apple, right? So that was it actually about the foreign sanction law. And now we're going to have a nice little walk through this beautiful city. I hope you can watch because it's so big, you can see the tower right in the back, right? Let's just have a nice little walk through this little city. This is actually one of my favorite cities in the Netherlands. That is why I already was a couple of times here. But I placed a post on my YouTube and asked people, do you want what city would you like to see, right? So we're going to walk just through the streets here in Delft. And Delft was actually the first one of the first person leaving a comment, I believe, and the second one was another city, Rotterdam. Let me just show you this. This is a wall, and this is actually the map of all of Delft. Hope you guys can see it. Oh. Yes. This is really, really nice. It's a whole map of the city. Isn't it cool? All right, so now we're going to walk more through the city. This is going to be a little tour. Maybe I will just clip you guys on my back. Oh, nice little terrace, right? Oh. And if you watch closely, I'm not sure how it will be on the video, but you can see that the houses are a little bit tilting. They're very, very old. I think it's all 1800 something, right? Maybe even the churches are even older that are here. I believe they're even from the 1500 something. I already have a video about it. Actually, we're going to look in this video. Look, as you can see here, then you see maybe a little bit more clear how the houses are tilted, right? It's almost like they're falling apart or want to fall back on their side. It's a lot of little canals. Not sure if they're called canals. In the Netherlands we call them grachten. Just walk, see how it is. I'm not sure why. Every time this camera, it will stop showing what it is recording. Oh yeah, there's the market. We've been there already. Yeah, this is these colors are very similar to Chinese colors, right? On the plates, etc. Here we have. This is normally the marketplace, but now the market just finished, and we have the city hall right here. Beautiful building, right? And then over there we are having a huge church. This church is. The royal family is buried in this church. Hope it's not too loud for you guys. And as you can see over there is another church. It's full of churches here. And I have been in the church tower, but only to the second level. I have not been on the third level yet. Maybe one day I have enough courage to do so. I am scared of height, so the second level already was really high for me. Because that is just, I believe, where you see the first balcony over there. Yeah, so it's really nice. Nice place, right? So the people are just breaking off the market, and we are walking through this beautiful city. Hope you all enjoy this view after the big conversation. There's Hugo de Groot statue, very famous Dutch guy, very wealthy. But as you can see, and I hope you can hear. Wait. Oh, now it stops. Did you all hear the tingling of the bell? That's from the church. I think they do it automatically now. I would find it hard to believe that there's really a priest or somebody in the church doing that. We might be using AI, and here we go right around the corner and you have another church. I cannot go into the church now because it is too late for that. Wait, oh yeah. Let me see if I can do a quick walk around. Yeah, because it's a 5:45 right now, and the church is mostly closed between 4 and 5, if I'm correct. Well, I think 4 o'clock you still can get in, but if you want to look at the churches really carefully, as you can see, they're quite big, right? There's a whole building is church. It's one church. So if you want to see them, then yeah, it is. You need some time. They're beautiful inside, though. I also went to a Catholic church here one time. I also took you all with me. But this is just especially for on request, because somebody wanted to see Delft. Might even be a Chinese person. I don't know, because I never know who is Chinese, who is not, or you must tell me, right? I only see a username and not really clear. Oh, hope you can see the building. Do you see how it is tilting to one side? Right? This building right here, you see it's tilting. Hope you can see it clear. Let me take a picture just to ensure that. So let me know in the comment section what you all think of this little city. Do you enjoy this view? This is actually how the Netherlands looked like, I think 1700, 1800, 1600. I'm not sure if 1600, but at least 17, 1800 it looked like this. I think for that time it looked quite nice, right? Delft, beautiful city. That they kept everything still alive. And where was the other side of the church? Here you have a little square. But over there you get the modern part of Delft, which is not much to see. Everybody already knows the modern architecture. There you can drink. Oh yeah, this is the Catholic church. Ah, I never knew. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Normally I come from the other side, so I've been in this church. This is a Catholic church, and but this one is, at least it is free for entrance. All the other churches you must pay to enter. But as you can see, it is closed now, right? Here you can see. Oh, this is saying city school. So that used to be the old school of the, oh, not a city, but like, it's also not a province, gemeente. I have to look it up. I will put it on the screen, what it is in English. Yeah, that was a reminder for myself to, when I edit. Look at this church. Yeah. It is huge, isn't it? Let me see. This is Maria van Jessekerk. It's a Roman Catholic parochie from 1875 to 1882. Oh, right. Neo-Gothic Roman Catholic parish. Ah, it's also in English, yeah. Neo-Gothic Roman Catholic parish church, originally named St. Joseph's Church, built in the phases between 1875 and 1882, according to the design of E. Margry. Okay. Quite old. It's older than me. And here you can just walk all these streets. It's quite nice to look here. The atmosphere is really relaxed and just chill, and it looks so, the buildings are quite nice. Just sometimes a little bit scared because I feel like they're falling over, right? Like, do you see the buildings? Not one of them is straight. And I was told it is because there are a lot of tunnels around, at least at the part of the market, that everything is tilting, is because there's a lot of tunnels under Delft. And they're actually, somebody said that they are full of cannons and of attire, military attire, for when there's some happening in that church for the royal family. And I'm not sure what kind of statue this is. Let me just see. Let me just see. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what it means. I'm really bad when it comes to this art things. Anyway, I think we're going to end this little video. I'll give a little tour. Otherwise the video will get very long. But we actually went almost through Delft, at least the interesting part. Obviously Delft is a lot bigger, but this is actually the center. We went through the old, besides all the old buildings, you could be able to watch them. So yeah, that was it. Let me know in the comment section what you will think of this. Oh, and between all the nice buildings we have a bank here to pick up your money, to give it to all these shops. Anyway, let me know in the comment section what you all think of this. Did you like the video? Comment what you think of the law that China enacted. Do you think they're going too far with it? Or do you think that they have all the right to do so? Or any other thing? ask a question if something is not clear, and I leave it at that. I also have a buy me a coffee for the people that want to support my work, so I can do more of this, to go out of my way to other cities to show you a little bit around, because the weather is good again, so we can do this a little bit more. Would you like to see more walking rants, like I always call this? Or do you just enjoy the static place where I normally record? All sorts of questions. For the people who want to support my work, the Buy Me a Coffee is there. Link will be in the description. It's also on my channel. If you are watching on TikTok, also come to my YouTube. You will see a better view of these kind of videos, because you will be able to see it in 4K. And that will be it. And as always, have a great day. Your favorite half Chinese.